What is going on?
Pay no attention to me rudely texting people.
Yeah, Troy, we are live.
I'm sorry, I'm so close.
Is that what you tell Lisa?
Yeah. when she lets me.
Oh my gosh. Well, we're starting strong.
This is a good start.
Yeah.
This is a good start.
I tell you this, we don't have Patrick's dumb like, let's go. Like I'm
should we just redo the whole thing?
This is so much better without Patrick. I can tell you this.
Standing in.
Dale doesn't even like Patrick. I can tell. Dale's
the nice thing is
I don't like Patrick.
I like Patrick. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if Patrick that great, but
yeah, stop it, Dale. You're messing with me.
I'm just glad that I'm visiting Molly and she already has a full setup for
I know
us to use for this. So it's kind of nice.
Pro setup here.
Yeah, that must be nice. Mine's always kind of ghetto. Just prop the phone up somewhere and
hey, as long as it works.
No, dude, it looks great. Yeah. I'm gonna hook up
everybody.
What's up, everybody in chat? So Troy, let's start with you. What was the best and worst of your week, man?
Ooh. Let's see here. I gotta think where we're at here. I missed last week, right? Because my internet was in La La Land.
Yeah.
Which was good.
Okay. Yeah. So best and worst. Can I? So I'm just gonna go from show, right? We had the Denver show.
Yeah.
To now, my highlight obviously being the Denver show. That went phenomenally well. Like, you know me, I'm a Debbie Downer, and I'm the first to like bitch about shit, and like I'm real honest, and I literally don't have a complaint, and so the show went really, really good.
Well, I want to go into that.
Yeah, we will. We'll definitely do that.
I want to talk more on that, please.
The shit part of my week. I'm so far behind. Like I need to feed snakes. I need to finish cleaning snakes. I need to finish a ton of photography stuff. I'm working on 2 different shows: September Denver, October Charlotte, and there's just a lot right now. And so I don't know if I have an absolute shit part of my week. It's just I have a lot going on.
Okay.
Dale,
what about you? Best and worst of the week, man.
Best, I don't know. Today was pretty good. We just went to the beach and
nice.
Me and the wife and got to swim with some manatees in the canal area and stuff. And
dude,
yeah.
Wait, Dale, real quick, where are you at in Florida? Remind me.
I'm right down the road from Daytona. So yeah. So Daytona to get to the actual beach is like probably about 40 minutes roughly, but we went to New Smyrna because Daytona's kind of trashy, honestly. So New Smyrna is nice, but it's about 45 minutes to be on the ocean. So
nice.
Yeah. So that was probably the best. Nice and relaxing.
That's awesome.
As far as the worst, this week I can't think of anything for the worst. Maybe in the last 2 weeks, the first kind of 3 clutches kind of sucked once they started hatching. Just missed the odds on 2 of them, and one of them basically just went in the freezer. So
tough, man. I hate that. I always hate that. Those are tough clutches.
Yeah. So.
Well, Molly, what was your best and worst of the week?
I was going to say we can ask each other. My best of the week is that I have my brothers visiting. So that's definitely the best. I've been looking forward to it all week.
You guys look like a couple, by the way.
Yeah, you kind of do.
Thanks a lot, Dale. You're supposed to defend us and not agree with Troy.
Yeah, having both of my brothers come down a little early, and then my parents are going to be down tomorrow for my birthday. And birthday tomorrow. So that's good.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Worst of the week. Waiting for my birthday. No, the Pacers losing. That's my worst of the week. Chase, what about you?
Best of the week for me is hanging out with family this weekend. Of course, that's always nice. Driving up from Georgia or flying up from Georgia to hang out. And then actually 2 good things. That, and then I had a couple really good doctor's appointments this week that were good news. So no radioactive iodine or anything post thyroid removal. Everything was clear and good. And she said she'd just see me in a year for another checkup, that I was all good. So blessed to hear that news.
Nice.
Yeah, man. And worst of the week, I don't really have one. I mean, I was a little nervous. We had I got delayed on one Boeing flight and put on another because they didn't even tell us that it was a mechanical issue. They literally just like, your plane's broken. And that's how they announced it to us in the airport. They're like, your plane's broken. You need to go to another gate. And it was like, okay, well, I'm glad we got told that before we got on.
I was on an Allegiant flight once coming out of Florida. Come on the plane. The guy comes with a loudspeaker or whatever, and he's like, way too honest. He's like, he says something about the part that starts the plane from inside the plane is not working. And so he goes on to tell us they have two options. They can start the plane from like a mechanic from outside the plane, but they would not be able to restart the plane if need be. And so there's a husband and wife sitting next to me, and the wife turns to the husband and says something to the fact like, what happens if we're in the air and they can't restart the plane? And I kind of like, look over at him, and I'm kind of grinning, Troy grin. And I just told her, I said, I don't think you're going to have to worry about it for very long. And he's like dying laughing, and she's like, oh my God, I went off the plane. Like she was freaking out. So it's my mechanic plane story.
Dude, that's wild. Thank you guys in chat and 319 Reptiles. That's amazing, man. Seriously, congratulations. And I am thankful to hear that and thankful for you, for real.
That's awesome.
That's huge.
That's great. Yeah.
I
have two computers, so if I'm doing this all night, it's because I'm looking at chat over here and you guys over here. So just to give you a heads up.
We already have a good question though in the chat from Jan. She asked, "What's y'all's success rate when hatching clutches?"
I feel like there's more to that question, right, for us, because I feel like what does that all entail, right? So like how many hatch per clutch, or like how many I don't know, what's your success rate as far as how many animals you have, females you have, how many clutches you get. So I'll answer it two ways. I think whatever I pair, I typically run somewhere in that 50% or higher as far as getting clutches. And then I've had some kicks in the nuts when it comes to success rates of hatching, which we're hoping this year fixes. But I would say for the most part, we hatch a good 80-90% of it all. But yeah, if not,
yeah, she clarified. She said success is clutches not dying or having deformities, and I mean 98% of our clutches don't have any deformities or anything. It's more rare for us to do that. And over the last couple of years, I mean, that's been between 250 and 300 clutches. So that's a lot of babies with a completely successful hatch rate without any issues like that.
Yeah, the clutch that I had to put in the freezer because they were all messed up. The girl laid 2 years ago, and they also were messed up. So
it's interesting. Sometimes we'll see that where like some girls, for whatever reason, they'll throw deformed babies. I mean, for like they'll do it 1 year, the whole clutch the next year will be fine, and then the year after that they could have a clutch with a lot of issues.
This girl laid 2 years ago, then most of the eggs went bad. 3 eggs made it, but they were all messed up. And then she didn't lay the following year. And then this past year, it was like 8 or 9 eggs. Every one of them had severe shark mouth. Yeah. They all shot out of the eggs early. So
yeah, and you can tell when the eggs are going to go bad sometimes too, just by seeing like those super, super weak veins when you're candling before putting them in the egg box, or just like if the egg texture, like the actual of the egg is really, really off, almost kind of sluggish like, but it's a full-sized egg and it's got veins. Those will also typically go bad. Those will go bad within like a couple weeks typically of being in the incubator.
Yeah, Justin just had that in the Patreon. I think shared the video of, oh boy, I can't remember what clown clutch it was, man. But you guys had one that was dead in the egg. It was like laying out of the egg dead. Yeah, but like beautiful snake, but more than likely, right? Like it's some weird egg issue paradox, BS or whatever, right?
Yeah,
so it's not really a true look. So sometimes that's interesting too, right? You get some interesting looking animal.
Big time. Like we'll get emails every year of people like, look at this baby, like look how crazy this is. And it came from like something really basic to really basic. And they don't realize that egg stress can actually really change the look of some of these babies in the egg. Like they can give them crazy patterns and really funky looks that make them look amazing.
Yeah.
But it could be just a normal at the end of the day. It's just been stressed out due to egg stress for whatever reasons.
Yeah, that's how some of these were real crazy looking. So
yeah, somebody was just asking about like temp too, which everybody's temps are different. I was actually just on the phone with Joe today from JSA. Like, I run a couple different thermostat or a couple different ways of measuring temp. I use sensor push. I've talked to sensor push directly, and they told me they can be off anywhere from 1 degree, one way or the other. So I think a lot of people think that sensor pushes are dead on. That's not necessarily true. That's from their mouth. And then I also use like digital thermometers. And so my sensor push says like 80, like 88.8, 88.7, 88.6, throughout the couple racks. And my digital thermometers actually say, like, if it says 88.8 on my sensor push, my digital one says like 88.2 or 88.3. So I'm going to say it's 88, right? Like, to be safe.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, we kind of do the same thing. We've got sensor pushes in the incubator, but then we also just have a regular digital thermostat in there that we can just check out. And we've got that, the big ass brand fan in there, just making sure that air is circulating. We actually just had a question on our Patreon about that, of like a walk-in incubator. And we said fan's the biggest thing, because you want that powerful fan to keep that air flowing so you don't get heat spots, in different places of your incubator.
Yeah, I was just talking to it, I think at Tinley with Reach Out Reptiles. Why is his name escaping me?
Garrett.
Thank you. Oh my God, Garrett, I am sorry. I
was giving you a second to see if you just like jump on it.
I'm getting pretty old. I'm definitely the oldest guy here. And he and I were talking about, like, you can get this. It's like $300 or $400 that like is dead on temperature, sensitive equipment or whatever you want to call it. And I've thought about it. Like, I thought about buying one, because obviously there's a network of my guys around here, me and Joe and Dag and whatever. There's a good shot of people in Iowa, Nebraska, and so I could certainly pass it around. And it'd be interesting to use something like that to really dial in like your sensor pushes and stuff. And so maybe I'll invest in that.
But if it's within a degree or something, do you really think it's necessary?
Probably not.
No, as long as I say as long as it's not like above 89, then it's fine.
I was gonna say air on the little bit cooler side, and you're
always like that's why like people always worry, like if they have power outages or stuff and they don't have a generator. I say unless it's in a hot but I mean, unless you're in a hot area, you don't need to worry about it, because cooler is always better.
Yeah. I'll throw my incubator on like when we lose power during a hurricane or something like that. It'll get down like, I don't know, 86, 85 or whatever. I'll kick it back on for a little while, and every year they've come through fine. So
that's I mean, one thing, when I first started with Justin, like almost 10 years ago now, he was in Canada and it was me by myself running the facility for the first time. And we had a huge storm come through, like part of a hurricane, cut our power before we had a generator at one of our old buildings.
Yeah.
And every 2 hours for like a day and a half straight, I woke up, went into the incubator, lit a bunch of candles, got it up to the right temperature, blew out all the candles, closed because we had a walk-in incubator at the time that still had like the weatherproof outdoor kind of doors, so it would hold the heat for a good while. And I just shut the door, sleep in the snake room, wake up every couple hours, relight the candles. It looked like I was having a seance, but
I love it.
Everything hatched. Everything came through that year.
Nice. I've always thought, like, I mean, I have a couple, 9,000 watt generators, and I have another small one too. I've looked at buying a one that runs your home that just kicks on. But yeah, to be honest, man, like we went through some really nasty storms these last couple days, last couple weeks, really. Yeah. And I would probably just boil some water, and like dip a towel in it, man, and just throw the towel at the bottom of the incubator or something, man. Just let some heat rise off of it or some shit, right? So if I don't even know if I'd kick the generator on.
Yeah.
It's nice for safety. Now we do have the automatic backup generator that as soon as power goes out, it kicks on. And
I looked at a Generac.
That's what we have. Yeah.
If I invest in something equipment wise this year, that would probably be it.
Yeah.
You know, I did buy a new incubator, but as we all know,
it didn't fit.
It didn't fit in the house. Yeah. Yeah. So
where's that incubator at now?
It's at Joe's at JSA's.
Excellent. Well, good for Joe.
Yeah. Yeah. I got him a $3,000 gift. So, we got a good friendship.
Yeah. We're building a house and we're getting a whole house generator on that one. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
You born and raised Florida?
Yeah. Same, right in this area.
Okay. So. Yeah. When I think of Florida dudes, you're the guy I think of, right? Good looking dude, long hair, played in the water, hung out on the beach. You're pretty chill. You're the Florida guy I think of.
Well, thank you. I think
it's a good thing. I mean,
did you just call him Florida man for the snake industry? It felt like you're the Florida guy.
You won't hear about me on the news though. So
yeah, you won't be on the news. If somebody's going to be on the news from Florida, it's either going to be Kittinger or maybe Steve. Like one of those two might snap and just murder somebody.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Message didn't send.
Who's your favorite Florida breeder friend in the land of Florida?
I don't really have a favorite. There's a lot of. I mean, we're pretty close. Quite a few of us. So, I mean, between Jason and Steve and I don't even know if y'all know George, MD. Quite a few others. Barry, Swope.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, Dale, I got to ask, being a Florida guy, do you do any fishing, man? I got to get off track already.
Not much anymore. I mean, I used to a lot when I was a kid. We would just go down to the piers and the jetties and probably once a week. And I grew up right down the road from the Springs and the wildlife refuge. So we just ride our bikes down there every day. So
that's awesome.
But now maybe once or twice a year. So not a lot.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Troy to go fishing with me. We both actually have the same spot we go to every year, and I'm trying to get him out there and put him on the water.
Yeah.
So that's a goal for the year.
I was just going to say, Chaise and I, we're you're like the trailer park of Florida, Dale, over there by Daytona and that shithole. And Chaise and I, we hang out over on the Gulf side.
Well, Daytona's nasty, but everything outside of that is great. Like I said,
I make fun of Daytona a lot, man. Yeah, it's funny. Daytona brings in so many people and activities and
welcome to Rockville's going on right now this whole weekend.
And they can't spend a little bit of that tourist money on making that place not be such a shithole. Yeah. Crazy to me.
Certain areas they've made nice, like where the Speedway is and across from the Speedway. All that's nice now.
Yeah, that's nice out there. The mall and stuff that's out that way.
Yeah, once you get over the bridge, kind of, it's not so great.
turns a little greasy real quick.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. I mean, I like the Gulf side. Lisa and I will come down for Daytona. More than likely, either hit the Daytona show first, and then go over to the Treasure Island, St. Pete, Clearwater area, or vice versa. And we really enjoyed over there for a long time. We thought we would move to Florida. That's changed a little bit for us, but that's not out of the deal yet. But I mean, I love Florida
areas. So,
Troy, I will help you get a place in our place. We need that.
Ooh, we can make that happen.
Ask Molly. I'm on Zillow every time we're down there.
I am too, man. Yeah.
Where's that at?
We're in the St. Pete Treasure Island area right there, Fort DeSoto. Because I mean that's where I do most of my fishing. I kayak fish the grass flats all around Fort DeSoto. So that's my home away from home. I've been going since I was 12, and I'm gonna be 33 this year. So yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah. Dale, how old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah.
38.
I like that you had to think about it.
I do have to think about it.
Mhm. That's
You don't look
nice.
38 at all, so you know Florida's doing well for you.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about getting into the snake world and stuff, man. Give me your story.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of just got in dabbling around with random stuff in the beginning. I was given a boa. I mean, way back when we were little kids, I had garter snakes and whatever. We just had pets growing up in general. But probably when I was a teenager, got a boa, and then just started trying to think. Oh, I went into PetSmart one time when I was getting a frozen wrap for the boa, and they had corn snakes, and they were all these fluorescent colors. And I was like, well, that's cool. So came home, did a little bit of research, and it's like, all right, went back and got 3 different colored, Zanannery, albino, and a normal at that point. Ended up with 1.3 and ended up starting breeding them. And once that happened, I found out about Daytona, the show.
Okay.
Like, went in there. Then that's where it just went nuts. I
Nice.
grabbed some green trees, babies, which wasn't wise because I didn't know nothing about them, and they were imports, and that didn't go well.
Yeah.
So just had a bunch of random stuff, water snakes and rainbow boas and you name it. But
I feel like that's how a lot of us start, though.
Yeah.
Like we just kind of enjoy, like, oh, this is fun. Now I want this and then this, and we have this weird just collection of oddities that don't really fit any plans when we decide we want to breed.
Like the water snakes, we went out and caught them, took the boat out.
Really?
Yeah. They were awesome. You could I set up like a tank with like it was half land and like half water. We dump minnows in there and they just go and under the water and eat them. And so yeah, just stuff like that. And then kind of got a little more serious, like not necessarily serious, but the breeding side of it started, like I said, with the corn snakes. So I do a couple clutches of those every year. And then the shows started looking at the ball pythons, and that's where it started.
Somebody suckered you into those stupid things.
Yeah.
Yeah. They became affordable because they did not start off with any money. So
yeah. All right.
The beginning was buying the cheap stuff and growing that stuff up and just making females, holding them back, and Mojaves and pastels and stuff like that. So
all right. Nice. Do you got a hobby outside of this?
Not really anymore. I mean, I used to do a lot of surfing. Before that, a lot of skateboarding. I like plants. Like I used to do it. I always either wanted to have like a plant nursery or a pet store. So
nice. I've had a pet store, and I missed that. Yeah, it was cool, man. I really enjoyed that. Now Lisa and I are trying to dive into the plants. So like, it's funny that you say that. Like her and I, just these last few days, man, it's kind of been a lot of the talk here at the Schroeder house. And so, yeah, I think, like I'm already thinking like, God, can I find there's a little piece of land just down the road from me. I'm like, can I put a greenhouse there? Like, would the city mind if I have a greenhouse, like chilling there? So yeah, man, it's interesting.
Like I'd get clippings of hibiscus from random places and start hibiscus and seeds from the palm trees wherever we go. Like half of our yard is covered in palm trees and hibiscus and stuff that I grew from seeds. Like, but
I love that.
See, I'm scared to get into plants because after talking to Nick Sloan on here, started looking up all those pitcher plants, and I'm like, I really want to buy a bunch of these. Like, I'm going to fill my back porch up with these.
Yeah, dude, it's like I bought some at the little Kansas City show just this last week, and Dale, you know, the Denver show that we put on was, you know, obviously it's the Reptile and Plant Expo. I was absolutely shocked at how well plants did, for one, and two, like just how our industry and that industry really are so parallel. I didn't realize that, like, you know, the guy's telling me about, and I don't know any of these plant names, so I'm just going to talk stupid here for a minute.
I'm not great with the names either.
No, Nick could roll it all off, dude. It's funny. Like Nick's super smart. But like, there's ones that are like a half green, half white leaf, right? Like a piebald ball python, right? So like, I was comparing it to that.
Variegated.
It was so neat. Yeah.
Variegated, I believe is what.
Yeah. So I'm learning. I love orchids. That's to me, if I could have like a whole room of orchids, man, I'd be super happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to see the Schroeder greenhouse when it's done.
Yeah.
That'll do well in the winter, I'm sure.
That's the part we got to navigate. So, hey, Lisa, by the way, Molly's in here like trying to dip her sweater down, trying to show off her titty. I think she's just trying to get. She's just trying to get to me.
Here, Troy. There you go. I got my shoulder.
I hope she can get to you.
Did you hear that?
No.
Lisa said, "I hope she can get to you."
Does that mean I get Lisa officially? Is that the?
I would say like this sounds awesome, man. Like you get rid of Abby, you get Lisa, I get your sister. We become brother-in-laws. Like this is such an awesome deal. And Dale can be like our cousin that just we never really knew a lot about, and he just kind of shows up on random Thanksgiving.
That's not a stretch at all, but there you go.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
This got off track really fast.
This is interesting.
Just need one domino to fall, dude, and it all happens.
Goes from there.
It's all up to you, Molly. You're the domino that needs to fall first.
I'll go let Will know in the other room. I'm sure that'll go over great.
Oh, is her hubby boyfriend there?
Yeah, we're in their apartment.
Yeah,
we're staying here.
I mean, can we get him on camera?
Absolutely not. He would not. No.
All right, it's a fuddy-duddy. So okay. Just one more reason you'd enjoy me more than him, Molly, but whatever.
Troy, let's get back. Let's talk about your show. Let's talk about the show.
Lisa, they're so nerdy. Like Patrick actually does.
We
better.
will talk about Troy's show though, but I'm actually interested. Dale, how many clutches are you looking to make this year? Like, what's your production kind of look like?
Last year was a little bit slow. I think I only did like 52 or something last year. This year right now is looking like it's gonna probably be between like 80 and 100.
Nice. Solid year.
Should be a confirmed 80 at this point with ovulations, and there's like, what did I put? There 38 I think in the incubator now.
Nice. Yeah, we quit counting clutches October 30th because if they're gonna hatch in the following year, they count as that's the start. So November 1st. If they're laid November 1st on, they count for the next year.
Did I count?
So
I mean,
I'm always counting up through October.
I count the clutches for that, and then I just count the babies as whatever year they have. So
yeah,
I don't get too specific with it. I guess I don't keep track like y'all do either, though.
Yeah, because ours are all based off that number system of like the year, the clutch, and then what baby from the clutch.
The well-oiled Kinova machine.
Just right.
It's the well-oiled OCD machine is what we've got going on because that's the nice thing. At least we're all OCD at the facility, and it's not just like one person annoying the others.
Do you think Justin misses you this week?
I kind of miss him, be honest, because I've been texting him like, hey, how'd the feed go today? Like, had the girls prepped for a good feed? Like, how'd it go? And then I'm checking on boxes and stuff from afar. He's like, dude, we got it. Like,
yeah, chill out, man. He's not paying you to be. Yeah.
So no, I miss it. I love being at the facility. It's nice. The work is my happy place, you know.
All right. Yeah, good times.
But,
Dale, you do anything out? You do anything else, man? You do anything outside the making money off of snakes?
No.
Selling weed or anything? Down the beach.
I wasn't ready for that.
Go ahead, confess to crimes too
while
you're at it.
That's funny. No, just the snakes right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does the wife work?
Yeah, wife's she's a charge nurse in the ER, so she makes good money. So
nice. Yeah, my son works. He's a RN at the ICU unit. So
nice.
He might be my retirement plan, man, when the snake thing doesn't pan out.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Right now, just the snakes. After we get this house and everything done, like I would like to look into some maybe rental properties.
Okay.
Like short term, not like long term. Like places we could go, like somewhere over by the beach or something.
Yeah.
So,
Dale, you and I might be cut from the same cloth, man. We're talking. We're gonna have pet stores and plant places. I just looked at 2 rentals while I was at the plant place the other day here in town.
nice.
Called my land or my realtor. I can't talk today. Lisa doesn't know any of this, so she's probably hearing me right now, thinking, "What the f?" But yeah, man, you and I, we might be cut from the same cloth.
Yeah, we were on the realtor.com thing on the way back from the beach today as we were passing houses and stuff.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, how long has your wife been a charge nurse?
She's been the charge nurse, I think, for probably about a year and a half, but she's been an RN for I don't even know now. She's been in the ER for probably like 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
And a nurse for, I don't know, a couple more years than that. So
Yeah, she born raised Floridian as well.
Yep.
Okay. You guys been together since like high school or some shit?
no.
What a really romantic way to put that.
Yeah,
like,
high
hey,
school
what's your,
is some shit.
Yeah, no. We got married in 2007, and so I think probably like got together in 2005 or something like that.
All right. Met on the internet.
No, actually, we both worked at Winn-Dixie.
Yeah, the Winn-Dixie. All right, let's hear the Winn-Dixie I met my wife story.
Well, so I mean, I guess when she started there, I was just stalking, and then
Shelves, guys. He wasn't stalking her.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
stalking shelves.
Yes. And she was a cashier, and then she started working in the office, and I was ended up being grocery manager, and she took my number. So we were friends, and she had dated one of the other guys there, whatever, and we used to hang out together, like. And then after they broke up, it was a while after, she randomly called me. She took my number out of the employee phone book.
Sounds illegal.
I was gonna say that.
Sounds like a little bit of an HR violation, but still, it's nice. It's good.
All right.
It's sweet. It worked out.
We went out and
Nice. You guys have kids or anything?
3.
You have 3 kids.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Dale! I feel like I've known you for a few years, man, and I'm finding out you have children. What are their ages?
So the youngest is ours together, and he's 14. And then the older 2, when we got together, they were 1. No, they were 2, 1 and 2 or 2 and 3. I think they were 1 and 2, just fixing to be 2 and 3. And now they're 20 and 21.
Okay. Nice, man. All right. So you had kids young.
Yeah. Done.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, they're still all here.
My mom
They're
did
still
too,
all
but she put me out in the rain.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Boy, we can't trauma
Classic.
dump tonight.
Yeah. Nice, man. So I see you at the shows. Never seen your wife. We haven't seen your kids. Are you ashamed of them?
My wife was at the last show we were at in Texas. She was at the Texas show before that too.
Your wife was there, and I never crossed paths with her.
She was behind the table. So
All right, man. I feel like a real piece of shit now. So
Well,
all right. Well, I
now
can't
that everyone
be
knows.
well, this
Yeah,
last show was kind of weird. So I was like, I don't know. The hangout was not the same.
Yeah, we need to get you. We need to get you hanging out with us at a dinner, Dale. I like you.
Well, thanks. I like you too.
There's a lot of people at my dinner I don't like. Patrick. We could cut Patrick out immediately.
I wonder what he's doing in Vegas right now.
I hope a male hooker. I wouldn't be shocked. Would anybody else be shocked? Probably not.
He has been eating a lot of hot dogs, I heard. So.
Right?
You know what we mean. Dale, if you weren't selling snakes, what would you be doing?
Probably doing plants.
All right. If you weren't doing plants, what would you be doing?
Honestly, I have no idea. So
I was really hoping you were going to go stocking shelves at the Winn-Dixie, but
I would hope not. If I had never been able to do this, then that's where I would probably still be as a manager there. So it would suck though. Salary manager and hours and just the demand.
Yeah.
It's not fun. Retail management sucks. So
yeah, that doesn't sound like any fun. Molly, are you?
So I want to know,
taking
Dale, do you
people
still have
to
corn
chat over there?
snakes?
So I just sold my last 2 corn snakes probably about 6 months ago. I still have some Honduran milk snakes.
Okay.
And I still have boas. I should have 2 litters of boas coming.
Oh, nice. So not just ball pythons.
Yeah, no. And I got a random green tree python that I've had for like, I don't know, probably 8 or 9 years now.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Cool. I wish we could have corn snakes. I actually miss corn snakes because I used to have them in Indiana. We kept them forever and produced a ton. And they're illegal in Georgia. Yeah, you can't have corn snakes as a pet in Georgia. So
yeah, that's so weird to me.
It kind of sucks. Yeah, you can. It's weird though. Like you can also just pick up like a rattlesnake and just keep it as a pet
y'all can have
under your bed.
Y'all can have native venomous, but you can't have native non-venomous, right?
Yep.
How it works.
So weird.
Yeah, it's very confusing law, but I kind of hate it because
I used
to
to
have
do the Atlanta show up there. So.
Oh yeah.
But
Bob, I believe, is putting on an Atlanta show. I don't know if he's told everybody yet. Maybe I'm
heard
speaking
about it, but I haven't.
I've heard, but I didn't know if it was announced. So
yeah, I
job,
think
Troy.
leave it to me to put it out there. I think it's going forward from last he and I have chatted. So I think you'll hear some Atlanta chat.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, Dale, what's your big projects? Like what are some of the things you're psyched about if you can hit this year? Or I always try to be really reserved for me. Like I try not to get too excited about things before I can count the babies out of the incubator.
I've already missed the odds on some this year. So, well, it's like you said, long shots on some of it, triple het type stuff.
Yeah.
But should have two shots at hypo DG puzzles.
Nice.
A shot at Desert Ghost Exanthic Pieds. Then some Exanthic DG combo stuff.
I love the hypo puzzle stuff. Like, of course, I love the Exanthic DG, like anything, but
hypo puzzle
I just
what
shipped
I'm focusing the hardest on.
I just shipped the ODYB hypo puzzle to Antoine, man, and I was sad to kind of see that boy go because I loved that animal as soon as it came out of the egg. I wanted to keep it so badly.
Yeah, but you'll have a breeder male, right? Of that same.
Yeah, I've got a breeder male that.
Yeah. So that's definitely the thing I'm most excited about this year is the puzzle stuff. If I could hit a DG puzzle that was het hypo, I'd be cool with that too. But I got a shot at Super OD Inchy Yellow Belly hypo puzzles.
Ooh, those would be so nice.
Yeah. A shot. Actually, the girls do delay any day. It was hypo GHI het puzzle to a hypo puzzle. So hopefully some GHI hypo puzzles.
That'd be sick.
They're not doing anything yet, but I've got them together. So trying to make some True Ghost puzzles.
Oh, nice.
But what about some puzzle clowns?
So the only thing I did this year that has anything to do with that, and only because I didn't have anything else, I used she's one of the best examples. She'll blow any hurricane out of the water. She's just a trick het clown female, and I put the hypo puzzle on her, and she's gonna go.
So you mean she's a hurricane? Okay, I got you, man. I got you.
Wow.
It's okay.
So
you Floridians.
I was told I've got to give a shout out to Kevin at A Exotics at our Patreon event. that he said we should call the puzzle clown the Sasquatch, because the best picture anyone's ever probably seen of it is like that right there. It's only going to be blurry because no one's seen a good one yet.
Yeah, because y'all tried a lot, right?
Yeah, not a lot. I can't say a lot. We've two girls. We have two girls in the facility that are both clown heads. So
the amount of eggs out there, you would think somebody.
I know. We're taking shots at it. So it's.
Yeah, I've got double heads, but haven't even paired them up.
Yeah, it's not something I'm shooting for at the moment.
Yeah,
but so I don't know.
I'm stoked about just the hypo stuff, and then I would really like to get. I'm just working on a bunch of heads too this year with like our spot nose confusion puzzle boy. I've got him going to several DGs just to get some really nice, hopefully get a good heavy comboed male that's het.
So that stuff will be nice. So I made a pastel acid hypo het puzzle male and a hypo acid het puzzle female. Both of them got to about, I don't know, 350 grams, and they both just went completely off. Like, I can't get them to hardly eat for anything right now.
Of course.
Yeah.
So,
of course.
I was hoping that male would pull through because I have a big hypo het puzzle girl that lays like in November. So I was hoping to throw them on her, but
oh man. Yeah, it's honestly we're just getting kicked in the nuts, honestly, on so many odds right now this year. It feels like it's been tough. Just we really had good odds at some combo. Like we should have gotten some Xanthic DG clown combos this year, and we've missed on the odds like every time. Literally, it's been painful.
What? Kinova missed on some odds?
It happens, and it's
what? Crazy.
Troy, why do you look like every time we actually like have like snake talk, you look like you zone out? Like you look like you're like I don't.
So it's pretty funny you said that because I was just thinking like, God, if I sold all of my snakes, I wonder how like I put a bunch of glow lights in the room. Could I like make it like a watering system? I was literally thinking about putting plants. So I wasn't even listening to you guys, to be honest.
We appreciate that. I'm really glad you're a host.
Yeah. I'm not really a host. I'm just a co-host. You guys are the hosts.
Because we're talking about snakes.
I'm just old. I'm just like a paperweight, just here to hold shit down.
I'm just a paperweight.
Mm-hmm.
But no, we've got some long shots too that, right now I try not to even be excited about some of the long shots, like even with really good follicles, like 3.0s. I'm just like, I'm going to wait because it just feels like we've gotten so many slugs this year for whatever reason. Like Tim's
welcome to my life, Chaise.
Everything's the same. And I've got so many girls just like, nah, taking the year off instead.
Troy's like, finally, take that.
Yeah. I wake up and I just go downstairs and most people are like, I'm going to go check for eggs. And I go, I'm going to go check for slugs. That's typically what I start my day with. But
yeah, I
did find a good clutch today though. So that was nice.
Nice. What was it?
I shouldn't have said that because then you're going to ask me and it's not really as cool as I made it sound.
That's too bad. Now you got to tell us how was it? Are you going to hit lemon blast?
It's inchy pinstripe, triple het, monarch clown pied to just a monarch. So,
okay.
If I hit some monarchs, I can test them for clown pied and yeah.
Nice. Dale, what were you saying a second ago? You were talking about slugs, and I think you were saying something.
Oh yeah, last year was kind of rough. A lot of slugs, a lot of just stuff going bad, and, like through incubation for whatever reason.
That's the second thing. Like sometimes we can't control it. Like everything looks perfect, they look perfect, and
you can't put them in there, and they go bad anyways. It's like, So far this year, I think. As of right now, with all the clutches, that at least that I can tell, there's two bad eggs in one of the boxes. So I did have some slugs here and there, but they weren't like a complete slug out. So
Jan, I don't count slugs as bad eggs. That doesn't mean they don't make it. That just means they never started.
They don't count.
Yeah, slugs do not count. I do not even write them up as a clutch card. It is, but you know what? For people that, as long as you're tracking all your lay dates like we do, anytime I get slugs, I'll usually start the girl breeding her even a month before what I typically would. So if she would typically like lay in July, I usually start breeding in January, like get that first pairing on, then wait 45 to 60 days. But if she would like slug out or reabsorb for whatever reason, I would start in December then and just start working a little earlier to see if I can catch her in a better window for whatever reason. And typically that kind of helps the next season.
Yeah, I've tried kind of doing similar stuff like that, trying to get them to lay in a different time frame.
And usually it works. Usually you can kind of hit them right along that, as long as they'll go just even like a month beforehand. As long as it's kind of in that general time frame, you can make it happen.
Yeah.
But it's all
like later in the year you get the more slugs because the heat and whatever.
Yeah.
Time of the year and stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's one thing we kind of miss. Like our facility before this one, when a big storm was coming through, we'd literally just open the doors to the outside and let just rain blow in and just, good amount of wind and just as it was like a severe storm. And it was nice because we just hang out in the facility, put pairs together. And I love that. So that's one thing with like the new facility where it's more like enclosed. We don't have that ability to really let all that go.
We need to go a little off track with Troy for a minute. Troy, there's no way you're 2 weeks sober from brown sugar.
Yeah. Like, I just haven't had time to eat brown sugar.
You get
trust
just
me,
because you stay busy.
I have ate plenty of sugar. Like, I think I ate like a whole thing of Oreos the other day, and like I ate a whole thing of
for
Hershey
that,
bars.
but not like a spoonful of brown sugar.
I just haven't had brown sugar lately. Yeah, Lisa made a pan of brownies, and I think I ate them all.
Well, I would too. They're your wife's homemade brownies.
Yeah, homemade brownies come from a box.
As long as they're good, they're good.
She still made you brownies. You should
Lisa,
focus
what
on
do you want to
that
make
part.
tonight? Why not? You only love me if you make me something tonight.
Will she make something for me for my birthday?
Will you make something for Molly's birthday?
You're enabling.
I am enabling.
Molly, she said she will make you whatever you would like, and then her and I will eat it as like a way of celebrating your birthday. Lisa, shut your mouth.
I like how at some point during every episode we have to see like a proper domestic dispute at someone's home.
Yeah. You know what you should make for Molly tonight? That sounds really good that we could eat for her birthday tomorrow. What is it, the ones I like that have like double chocolate on top? Like Rice Krispie bars or something at the bottom?
I'm trying to talk snakes.
Like a
he's
Scotch
figuring out some.
To be fair, we haven't had like full blown off track with Troy.
Yeah, you don't ask people questions like you used to. What's up with that?
I don't know.
Don't ask me those questions.
He hasn't had the brown sugar. The brown sugar. The off track.
Yeah.
It makes him more unhinged.
True. Yes. The more sugar intake I have, it's like, meth for other people.
Well, I'm glad you have your teeth.
I did try to get Chris from Epic, if he's still in here. If Chris is still in here, I tried to get his son to snort like seasoning at a barbecue restaurant in KC for $54. It was a weird number. He was gonna snort it like cocaine. So we were on the table like chopping up rows of seasoning, but he chickened out at the end. But he brought home like the little to-go container of it, and he was gonna do it at the Reptile show on Sunday, but he let me down.
I don't blame him. Sounds like
that sounds like he made the better choice.
I don't know. $50 is $50.
Yeah, that's my Molly right there.
I'm concerned about you now.
Yeah, I bet she'd go topless for 50.
There's off track. All right, we got him. We got him, ladies and gentlemen.
That's terrible.
Yeah, I'm terrible.
Oh my god. Okay, go back with your snake talk. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, yes.
Thank you. So, building the new house, are you gonna have like a dedicated snake area, like room in the house, or are you going to try and have like a separate building, or what do you? I mean,
Yeah,
what are you
we're
having
putting
out?
up a building.
Nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, the house has been I'm so over it. It started like 2 years ago, and it's just been one thing after another. So right now we're waiting on some piece for the chimney or something so they can start doing the drywall. So it's just been, I don't know. I don't recommend building a house to anybody. But
Nobody ever says they enjoyed that process.
no,
Legitimately.
it
I mean,
sucks.
nobody. I can't think of anybody in my friends list that's built a house that's like, it was the best thing ever.
This
They
was
all
so
hated
fun.
it.
You guys should do it next. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. No,
They're
but
all happy, I think, in the end, right? But like the process of getting
know.
to that is just torture.
I know. I told my wife, I'm like, I don't even think I want to move here anymore. I'm like, I'm just so over this. Like, it's just, I don't know. But yeah, we're putting up an actual building. So for the rats and snakes. So kind of similar-ish to how y'all's is designed, where it's just under the same roof. But
yeah. Honestly,
like,
I love it. I mean, it makes it so easy because at our old facility, we had the rat building like down the hill from the snake building, so it was kind of a pain to walk down there a couple times a week and have to try and drag all these things of rodents up and do that.
yeah, so my snakes are here at the house, and my rodent building is actually on my wife's grandparents, 20 25 minutes depending on traffic away.
Wow.
So I mean, I'm out there constantly. Rodents take as much time or more than the snakes.
Yeah.
So
Luckily, my wife cleans the rodents.
so I don't clean mine anymore either for the most part. I do all the swapping out and the pulling orders and stuff like that. But my mom actually works for me part-time. So
Oh wow.
yeah, so she actually cleans the snakes. Some of the snakes, not all of them.
Dale, we have a question from Jan about if you know any wholesalers for rats or rodents in Florida.
As far as to buy from,
Yeah.
good luck finding rodents in Florida.
Florida's pretty short rodent wise. I know Jason and I talk about that quite a bit.
Yeah, Jason used to get his rats from me. So,
Oh wow.
Right now, I breed them for me, and George gets them from me as well. So, and his collection's fairly decent size as well. So, but back in the day, I would George would get them, Jason would get them, Barry would get them, Josh would get them. But as everybody's collections grew, it just So
and like from a business standpoint, man, like I know when Jason and I have talked, like there's been times I'm like, God, could I go down to Florida and open up a rat facility? Like, could you make it work?
Probably.
But yeah, it makes you wonder.
Yeah, there's some decent sized ones down here, but again, they're pretty much selling out. So
yeah. I think throughout the community, though, man, I think in some ways we've all said that it's almost like there's a rat shortage throughout the entire ball python industry, right? Like it's not like people have an abundance of them all the time, or there's always somebody looking or something. I don't really know how to put that all into words, but it seems like you could, if you needed rats, man, you might have a hard time finding them, and somebody pops up, and then that person goes away, and
it's a hard business. Like it's hard to be consistent at them.
Yes.
So it's like somebody dives in there and they start doing it, and it's consistent for a little while, but the weirdest little things will kind of throw them off. Like even like storm systems and stuff down here, I'll notice that they just won't hardly produce 1 week if we're getting ready to have a tropical storm or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, what we notice is it's like the up and down of heat, right? So like right now it'll be 75, 80 or something, but then it'll drop to like 40 for a couple days, and that throws them off for us. And so and I just supply myself and JD at JD Constriction, and JD's really good about, if I don't have it that week, whether he skips a feed or if I have a friend here in Iowa that will pick up the slack for me if I can't do it. So that's nice, right? It's nice to have somebody that's not knocking down your door, man, when you're having a bad rodent week.
Yeah.
I mean, my biggest problem is the mice. Like, just keeping mice going in our rat room just to help supplement for some of those girls that, for whatever reason, once in a while they'll want a mouse over a rat.
Yeah.
But
Dale, do you do any wink fancy looking mice of some sort that's have a 3-lettered,
we can have them here. Yeah, I breed
Oh,
ASFs.
damn it, I didn't think you could. Okay, cool. All right,
Yeah.
so you can have ASFs. All right,
I
sweet.
breed ASFs, rats, and mice.
All right, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you so that's been a big talk, man. Within my circle, a lot of us feel that at some point, ASFs have always had this people have always looked at like, oh, if your animal's eating ASFs, they want it to eat rats or whatever, right? But I feel like it's switching, and I feel like at some point, like maybe in the next 10 years or 20 years or something, there could be a chance where ASFs become the normal, man, and rats not be the normal. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I could see that in some cases, but the problem is, like Georgia, you technically can't have them.
yeah,
California, I don't know what the other states are. I know those two. Those are two big states to not be able
There's
to.
like 14 states, if I remember right.
I know there's more than that. I just don't know which other ones are. I mean, as you hear the thing, the people argue about whether one's better than the other. I mean, they do great on ASFs,
right?
But I do if you have a big female, if she's on ASFs, I'm gonna feed her like 4 or 5 of them in a feeding. So minus one big rat or something like that. But I do feel like I almost feel like the more small, consistent meals gives them a better chance of actually going. Like if they're eating more frequently on a smaller meal, then I feel like they're more likely to go than one big meal once a week or something.
Yeah, I agree. I agree as well.
Molly, I stick to the rats like once a week or yeah, she's hitting you up right now and make that trade, No, I mean, I stick to rats pretty much once a week, or I'll do twice a week on those girls that they're eating really hard because they're breeding and they're kind of right in that cycle where they're smashing food harder than ever before they kind of start closing in on like 2.0 or 20 millimeter follicles, and then they're going to go off feed, of course. But right when they're in that sweet spot time, I really try and give them even 2 big rats a week for some of those majorly big girls that are, every year producers. They've produced almost 10 years in a row for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying they don't go. Obviously they go because
no, for sure.
I don't
feed
half of them ASFs, but I just feel like almost like the ones who start slamming multiple ASFs at a time are almost like guaranteed to go.
Yeah, we just don't have the luxury of being able to use them, and then we just can't keep. We're just struggling with our mouse production on keeping it up right now, and thankfully we had our one of our Patreon events just this past weekend, and some of the guys there brought a lot of insight on some of the tricks they use for their mice to keep them happy, and like some of these guys have worked in lab settings with mice and breeding mice and have all these cool tricks with like putting swings near their water areas for them to get on, and like easy things. It's like it's just like a metal wire essentially, kind of on the rack inside each tub, and that kind of stops the fighting. I mean, it's these little neat tricks that these people actually found out in lab settings.
So what are you having problems with as far as producing?
They just kill each other. I mean, they're just destroying each other, and they're not producing, or then they eat all their babies. And this is like on a big scale.
Are
this is like 6
are they lab mice, like white mice?
Yeah, they're all white mice.
Are you setting them up? How are you setting them up? Like
5 to 1 in maternity bins.
Are you starting them off together though when they're young?
Not typically. Not right now, but just because we've had to buy extras, so and start colonies.
So I set them all up in a big holding bin. Just throw them all in there together, males, females. Let them grow up. Let them grow up until you're going to set them up, and then pull them from that same colony. Because if you put if you pull them from separate areas, once they're like older, they're gonna fight.
For sure.
So that's I pull mine as hoppers or like weanlings or whatever. I throw them all in like one holding bin together, and then once they start to get to about where I'm ready to set them up, some of the times I pull them out there, they're already pregnant, and I set them up that way. But they came out of the same bin, and I have no problems with mice, and I breed them in the same building as my rats.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Ours are in the same building as our rats, and our rats do great. I mean, I'm thankful we've got Greg, and he does an amazing job in our rodent building. I mean, everything stays so clean, and he's so on top of production where like he's getting baby counts for me every week, and he's like, yeah, we've got like 1,800 pups this week, and I pulled 100 pregs out of the breeding racks, and so I love getting that feedback from him, like just week after week consistently. It's just the mice are, for whatever reason, we've always struggled with them.
I think we should. Lisa has to get a swing for Troy to keep him.
Wait, did you say Lisa's a swinger?
No, she has to get a swing for you, so you don't get hostile. You got to keep the peace with you.
Will you swing for me? This is Molly's idea, Lisa. I'm just the guy in between. Okay, like I know what swinging is.
Is Troy asking for a hall pass on a live?
Like, yeah, your sister's the one that brought it up. I'm just facilitating the conversation.
You're just you're.
The guy goes after the other guy's wife. So what are you?
Wait, why does it have to be a guy why can't swinging go both ways?
It can, but it's two couples, is what I'm saying.
Okay, sure. When I go swinging, I just go to the playground and I swing on the swing set.
I'm just so happy to be here.
Mm-hmm. I'm a swing set swinger. That's
Troy, this is why you've never met Dale's wife.
Oh, have you warned your wife about me?
No, I haven't, but
okay.
But he is now.
You probably should. I'm going to walk up to the booth and say something real stupid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's not even like I plan it. It just, it's like my nervous twitch. Like I don't know what else to say. And so I just say something really stupid. Yeah. Molly brought up the stupid shit, Lisa, not me. I didn't bring up nothing.
So,
okay. No,
Dale, I'm definitely going to try that though. And just take all of our winglings kind of together and, split them up after the fact and see how that goes.
Yeah,
I know.
I'll
let Greg know. I'll let Greg know so he can shift things around for us.
Start them together as a young age in a big group, and then just pull from that group.
Okay.
So
we'll definitely try that next.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I do want to hear about that.
Yeah. Man, Denver. Again, like I don't have any complaints. Like, and it's so. I feel like it's hard for me to explain just how great it went. Leading into the show, I mean, we put every dollar that came in from sponsorship and vendor registration, obviously paying for the building, and then everything else went to advertising, right? So like, and we went beyond it. We spent more than we wanted to because we just really wanted to make sure that we threw everything at the wall and kind of see what's stuck. And leading up to the show, like 10 days out, I'm on my phone looking at the weather every day, and it's like really nice leading up to the show. The Saturday of the show was going to be like cloudy and 50, and then it was like cloudy in the morning, rain in the afternoon, and then it was like rain all day, and then literally like Friday before the show, they changed it to like 6 inches of snow. And so you guys have been around me. I'm obviously a big Debbie Downer, and things really, I'm very reactive, and it's typically in a negative way. And so I'm like, this show's doomed. Like, I don't even want to show up Saturday. This is going to suck. So I pop in there Saturday morning, and it didn't matter, man. It was snowing hard. Like it was a whiteout out on I-25, and it just was people after people after people. Like it was nuts. And so turnout wise, I was blown away. Show went really smooth. Vendors were super happy. Again, me and Lisa, Lauren and Nick, like Nick and I, for the most part, as far as talking to vendors, went like we kind of broke up the room and kind of took one half or whatever. We literally had, I think we had 92 vendors, and I think we had 2 vendors tell us that they just didn't do well. And so to have, 90 out of 92 vendors be extremely happy with their sales was really pretty neat to hear. The compliments were great. Sunday, again, like Sunday at shows, we all know how that can go, man. It can be kind of a slow day or whatever. People were still coming in the door at 3:00. And the show was shutting down at 4. We even had somebody show up at like 5:00 and the show was over. So it went really good. I'm overly happy. I'm really looking forward to September. The biggest problem is the building. You can't grow within this building. We've maxed out the booths in this building. And so now people did so well. For one, they're asking for more booth space. And so you're like, well, I've got these 92 vendors. Most of them all want to come back. A chunk of them want more table space. We have a waiting list that's pretty long. And so that's really the only problem is we just don't have the room to grow there. And so trying to manage that is probably the biggest, defeat. So
that's awesome though, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've only heard good things from people way outside our circle, even just talk about how great the show was. Yeah. So I was excited to hear it from you because I know you kind of might be a Debbie Downer, but
just a bit.
I was ready to hear the positive side of it. So that's pretty awesome. So then you're going to have another show there in the same venue in the fall.
Right. And so the unfortunate part of that is we're the same time as NARBC Dallas. Okay. And when, Nick and I did this, one of the first, Nick and I kind of went down like, what don't we want to happen? And right off the bat, we both have a big respect for Potter, and we had Potter on the show. And so I got to talk to him for about 20 minutes before we went live that night. And, talking about the show, I called him and told him like, hey, Nick and I are going to do this deal. And the last thing we want to do is interfere with anything in ARBC. And when this venue was like, hey, for one, this venue is booked every week, every weekend. And luckily they had an April date. And so we took that April date. Show goes well. Before we took the April date, we also took the only date they had in September, which happens to be the weekend of Dallas and ARBC. So I tell Potter, like, oh, man, I told you I wasn't going to interfere, but I'm interfering, right? And so it sucks because we do have some vendors that want to be at both show and don't have that capacity, right? So some do. Redline, like he can do both shows, and Pangea, they can do both shows. But guys like Josh at Ball Shed, like, him and Bob do such a big setup, and he's committed to Bob, and as much as he would love to come back to Denver, he's got to do Dallas as well. And so it sucks to put your friends or slash vendors in a position where you're making them choose between what they now had a really good show at one spot, but yet they've maybe done well or whatever at another spot. And so that part's been tough, man. I feel bad that we're putting people in that predicament.
Yeah, so it's the exact same weekend, huh, as Dallas?
Yeah, which I mean, then I can't go, right? So like we talked about
back anyways, right?
Yeah. No. So that was part of it. We would have came back for sure had I not have my show coming up.
Yeah.
There's no, if Potter was here right now, he knows I'm pretty honest. I did not have a good Dallas.
Most people didn't though.
Right. It didn't. Yeah. I would definitely go back. I like to be supportive. For one, I would just go like hang out with you guys. Right. Like that's even part of it. But we had talked about my group, me, Joe, and JD, and maybe sending Lisa to Dallas and me going to run the show with Nick in Denver. Joe actually kind of helps me out at the show as well, like setting up and stuff. So he was like, man, we do all the other NARBCs. Like if I have to cut one out, we cut one out, so he wants to come to Denver and still be able to help. And then, JD is fighting some inventory things. And so he's like, man, I'm not going to come on my own. I'm already down on inventory. And so, yeah, we're going to take obviously September Dallas off. I would hope that our relationship with Potter and them, that we could come back, next in 2025. So,
right.
Yeah.
That's good, man. That's good. I hope 2025 kind of works out with different show dates, and then everyone's able to enjoy all those shows.
Yeah,
I'd love to go to both
text
of them.
Potter and see if he'll give me some insider information. I know that they're talking. Last we talked, but I would love to know his dates if he would, if he would trust me with that information, because obviously we can try to plan too. Like our same weekend for April 2025 at Denver is set, but their fall for 2025 they are trying to move some things around. And so we don't have a weekend. So if I could tell them like, hey, if you can avoid this weekend, great. So hopefully I can maybe get a little insider information from him and help plan for some stuff for us as well.
Yeah, for sure. So do you have another show that you're planning outside of?
Yeah. So Dale's sent in his vendor registration for Charlotte. I've got a show in Charlotte, October 26th and 27th.
Nice.
And so coming up, it seems like it's far away, but it's like 150 days or something like that. Last I looked,
the year moves so fast. Yeah. Everything seems far away, and then it's right there.
Yep.
And it's somewhat double. So we had 92 vendors spread across, I think, 186 tables. So that averages, kind of averages out to about 2 tables a vendor, right? So this show is basically double, a little bit more than double.
Oh, nice.
And we actually have the room to grow. They have 3 facilities on their campus of the Expo Center in Charlotte. And so, kind of excited for that, to kind of see how that goes. And vendor registrations have been pouring in. I'm going to start invoicing people, I think, this week or this weekend, and start getting all that information out there a little bit more. So Nick's been on vacation, man. So I've been kind of doing some stuff, but like, it's nice to be able to talk, and we've been able to talk and text and things like that. But I hate bothering him on vacay. And so when he gets back here this weekend, man, we'll really hammer away.
That's awesome. That's exciting. And it's pretty close. So
yeah,
I can at least drive up and say hi and hang out at the show for the weekend.
Yeah. Hopefully we can have you guys there in some type of capacity. So I wasn't paying attention to questions. I saw like TRS asked if I had a booth at my own show. I did. I'm not in September. My thought process for April Denver, my thought process on the whole thing is both me and Nick both had our booth. So Joe at JSA ran my booth, and Nick had a couple people come in and run his booth as well. So my thought is there's a ton of people in the Denver area that were used to seeing Nick and I at the Reptilian Nation show that probably have no idea that Nick and I were behind our show, right? They probably just figured it's 2 guys, right? Or whatever. It's people just running the show. So in my mind, I was like, these people might expect to look for like Best Dressed Balls or for Salone Reptiles. So we went ahead and put our booths up as well, but it's not great having a booth and running a show. It just doesn't work well. And so, lesson learned, I think, a little bit. And so Nick and I won't have a spot at our show in September.
I think that's definitely why Potter has Chicago Reptile House come up and do their own setup.
Yeah, I think if I had a Chaise, right? Like Justin has you, that would be different. I think I would probably continue to have some type of presence at my own show even, but a
lot to try to do.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Yeah, it was tough. So not doing that again. And I wouldn't do it for Charlotte either. So I'll have Tenley a couple weeks beforehand. I've actually done really well at St. Louis NARBC, and so I have that right after my Charlotte show. So I just don't have any reason to try to vend my own show again.
Man, so yeah, you got a busy fall then.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I'm just saying that's going to keep you busy enough. You're going to stay off brown sugar and just be like cutting down more and more.
Ooh,
and more.
What if I end up looking like you, man? Like just cut.
I'm sorry.
I get that. I'll get that Hollywood jawline. You think Molly'd come my way, man? If I looked a little closer to.
Dude, I think you could just get it right now, honestly.
I was gonna say, I don't know if that would help the situation. I think it's good right now.
You like chubby dudes. You're a chubby chaser. That's awesome.
Just you.
Oh,
I was gonna say Will super thin. Yeah, that's.
Oh, yeah, and Dale, he's kind of one of them skinny dudes too. Like
Dale, I gotta say, man, you got a good presence because everyone in the chat I have seen has just said awesome things about you.
Oh,
and
well, I appreciate that, everybody. I can't see the chat, so but thank you.
Oh, nice. Well, Proper Royals is saying very nice things about you. I saw somebody said something about them having like their third clutch from snakes they had bought from you, I believe.
Nice.
Yeah. The chat tonight has just been popping off about
Well, I appreciate it.
holiday animals, and then I always see you posting really cool stuff. Like I know you're posting awesome stuff. You're making awesome stuff. So it's great to see, and it's great to see you got a really positive impact on the community there.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I certainly enjoy getting to see you at shows, Dale. You're like you're like a guy that when I'm like kind of amped up and I see you, I calm down. Like you have this calming effect about you. You're super chill, and I like it.
Yeah, I'm pretty laid back for the most part.
Yeah, I wish I had that.
We all keep trying to work on Troy with that.
Yeah, there's people in here who want to know if I'll eat vegetables. No.
Next show, everybody bring Troy some like asparagus or something.
I love that people bring me brown sugar and stuff. I think it's really neat. I'm not gonna lie, like it really makes me happy.
Okay, so everyone bring Troy fruits and veggies for the next Tinley. He's gonna love it.
What would you want me to ask for, wife? If people wanted to bring me something, what about gold bars? You don't want gold bars? No. Okay, yeah, it seems interesting. Well, I think people, if they're going to bring me fruits and vegetables, it would have to be you'd have to bring oranges, but you need to peel them ahead of time and probably put them in a plastic baggie. I don't like to peel oranges. I love oranges, but I hate fucking peeling them. They drive me nuts. Lisa and I got in such a fight one time because she wouldn't peel my orange. I threw it at her. We about got divorced. It's a true story. She'll tell you.
I love that he was so
or
serious.
bananas. I really like bananas, but I like my bananas. What do I tell people? I like them I like them more ripe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's because they have the riper they get, the more sugar they have in them.
Oh, that's probably why I like them.
Yeah, for sure.
Dale, if people were going to bring you something to a show, what would you want them to bring you?
No idea.
You don't have like a favorite candy bar?
Reese's.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. Yeah, have you ever had the Troy Schroeder show you how to get Reese's peanut butter cups the correct way, like so that they're good, they're not dried out? Have I ever talked to you about this? Ooh, it's called the Squishy Squishy. That is. I have to show you, man. I can't even tell people because you got to have one to show people.
You're talking about the big ones or like the?
Oh no! Like I'll either buy just a 2-pack or a 4-pack or sometimes
Troy's in like a gas station feeling the bags.
I feel them.
You know what?
Yeah.
I think this one's ripe. I think this Reese's is ripe.
Yeah, dude, I'm good too. Like
he knows
Lisa,
his junk food.
You are a peanut gallery. Be quiet.
And this is just so he can dip it in peanut butter and like just pull it up and eat a Reese's cup covered in fresh peanut butter.
Wait,
I've done that. It's very
he's
good.
Made me do it.
Yeah,
it's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna.
You know what
lie.
else
I like
is really
roasting,
good?
but
If you just take like a bowl of peanut butter and you put some chocolate chips in and some honey and like stir it around. Oh, it's so good.
What else do you do? I want to know, like food wise, what else like do you combine? Like I just want to like you eat like plain brown sugar. You eat Reese's, but like dipped in peanut butter. What else? Like, what other weird things do you do?
Well, I do graham crackers with Hershey bars.
Well, that's just like a s'more without a marshmallow. Yeah.
Yep. I like that. I also like graham crackers with either a certain kind of frosting or homemade frosting. Ooh, I love homemade frosting. That shit's like crack. So good. Lisa, I don't. Oh, I love. If I've talked to you about Oreos in half and half and making it a soup.
Ew.
Yeah. So you take Oreos You take Oreos in like a cup, like a coffee cup of half and half, and you pack it with the Oreos and you like chop it up, right? So that's like thick. It's so good.
That sounds so bad. Tracy,
so
I
good.
absolutely do the same thing. I eat spoons of peanut butter.
Try it, and you guys will you will call me and be like, dude, this is the best thing ever.
No.
Yeah.
I'm like, gonna not try it.
Oreos, I like, toasted bread with a lot of butter and a bunch of sugar and a little bit of cinnamon.
I don't like butter on toast.
You're like from Russia. Get out of here.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you un-American son of a Nazi, you.
Oh my God. Wow, that got aggressive.
Mm-hmm. God, I can't think of anything else.
Spoonfuls of peanut butter. Spoonfuls of peanut butter is normal.
I was gonna say I do that all. I eat a concerning amount of peanut butter.
That is like
bad.
normal.
Yeah, I can't do just peanut butter.
Sugar.
I would have to dip the peanut butter in like honey or chocolate chips or something.
No, dude, I can go through like a 2-pound thing of peanut butter in a week, easy. It's bad.
Yeah.
Or right itself.
I keep saying I should have
butter
like
by itself, like just spoons of peanut butter on its own. Like I wish I could say like, no, I'm just bulking, but I would always be bulking then. I just eat peanut butter.
Oh, look at AGH Reptiles trying to bring us back on point here. Nobody cares about what's happening at Kinova.
I mean, honestly, for AGH, like some of those clutches we've missed on already for combo Xanthic DG clowns. I mean, that was a huge blow because I mean I had several shots that I got, perfect clutches. We just missed the odds. We missed the odds on all of them so far, and it's been sucky. And then it might like slight chances for shots at maybe a DG Zebra this year and
DG McKenzie
and maybe like DG Puzzle too. I've got slim chances.
I was going to ask you what all y'all got coming for puzzle stuff in general.
Not a ton right now. Just making a lot of hits with.
Why is Patrick?
Oh Jesus! This is like the worst thing ever. If Patrick gets on here, I'm seriously yes. Go away.
Molly removed him. Molly removed
him. Kill
him.
Yep.
Well, his camera's not even on.
He's an idiot.
Puzzle wise, Spot Nose Confusion puzzle has a lot of DG stuff. I've got it plugged into a lot of DG stuff. As long as my DG puzzle stuff, it's just double hits. I mean, I've got like a red stripe, yellow belly double het to several double het girls we've had for a while, just growing up, and just taking low chances at those.
Yeah.
But a couple more chances at some hypo puzzles this year, but that's gonna be about it.
Nice.
So not a ton of stuff.
Yeah, I forgot. I pulled a clutch the other day. Hypo puzzle to DG NG chocolate hat hypo. So
nice.
Hopefully some chocolate NG hypo double hat DG puzzles. Stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like building the all our stepping stones. It's fun, but I'm excited to get kind of those end products here in the next couple of years. I know it's going to be awesome, and they're going to look amazing.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I've got 3 shots at hypo puzzle stuff, man. But that stuff seems like it's my toughest stuff. Like I either slug out or I don't know. All 3 girls show they're going, so we'll see what happens.
Tracy was asking about black Xanthic clutches. Yeah, I've got a couple shots at some more like hypo black Xanthic, like really cool combos, but for whatever reason, those girls are being really huge pains in the butts right now. They're not eating consistently for whatever reason for me, even with all the full cleans and moving them around. And then, I mean, the boys are doing their thing. So if it happens, it happens. I'd love to see a couple more black Xanthic clutches this year, but we'll see. I was happy with my black Xanthic DGs that we got earlier in the season. I was so stoked about that. And that was from double het to double het. I was very fortunate to have those.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get lucky on this. Sometimes you don't.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. This was year 2 with 4 double het girls. I ended up like 2 were gravid last season. We didn't hit anything. And then I ended up getting all 4 girls gravid this year. So I maxed out our chances at it. And then we were able to hit 1 full combo. So nice. I was happy to see it. It was a girl, of course. Like I'm never going to get the boy to replace the boy right away, but but I'm happy to have that girl on the shelf now.
Yeah, you'll be happy in another 2 years. So
yeah. So Exotic Station asked me. No, I don't really work separately from Justin. I mean, I breed the snakes. I'll go through and I'll
Justin
personally
has
clean
him
all
on
the
a
adult
leash.
females, and I feed all the girls. You know, I feed all the the sub adults and adults, and then we've got Rob who manages our hatchlings, and he'll feed hatchlings for us, and he does a great job. I'm super thankful for that because that frees me up to really focus on those girls and how they're feeding, and just it helps me with my breeding. But no, Justin and I just kind of go back hand in hand and work together on some things and just talk through other pairings and what we think. And I like at the end of the day, sometimes he's like, well, if that's the clutch you want, put the boy in. Like, he's like, you know, you're making that final decision. It's on you. So it's nice. I love the freedom I have and what I get to do. You know, I get to make a lot of the big controlling decisions on some of these combos.
nice.
Yeah. Troy, are you working on any exciting projects? James asked.
I mean, I've got some fun triple het stuff like Xanthic DG pied animals. I have triple het to triple het for Monarch Clown Pied. She'll go this year.
Nice.
Be interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the nice thing with every multi-het to multi-het, you're just making your chances better year after year after year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the fun of it. You know, you take the triples or the quad heads together, you hit a double het, and you just keep going.
Yeah. Somebody asked about like sunset stuff.
Yeah, exactly. The testing just made life so much easier with that.
Absolutely. Sunset stuff, like just one shot at visuals. Otherwise, the sunset stuff I just use to make like triple hets and stuff. So I did my fire monarch pie to like a cinnamon sunset.
Patrick.
Oh my God, kill him.
Shut
Nope.
up. I don't know why it keeps kicking me in there. There, I'm gone.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
I'm still here.
Patrick, now
Hey,
you're-
guys. I was just trying to come in backstage and watch for a second. Don't get sassy. Bye.
I wish the windows opened at your hotel so you could jump out it.
They don't open. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Patrick couldn't have one show. He had to come in right at the very end.
I had like 3 minutes real fast where I was just gonna come in backstage for a second, and then it kicked me into the front. That's I get the sphere though.
Yeah, the
Oh,
spear's nice.
oh, spear.
Can we talk to JT and not you?
JT is not here yet. We're meeting him in like 10 minutes for dinner.
Okay. Where are you gonna have
What are you
dinner?
having for dinner?
We're going to a place called Mother Wolf. It's at the Fountain Blue. It's a Italian place. Dale,
Jen,
how
that's
are you
awesome.
doing?
I hope you hit the VPI hypo.
Great, how are
this
you?
week.
Good. All right. I'm gonna let y'all go have fun. I did not mean to actually crash the show. I don't know why it kept putting me in here. But
He says that.
yeah,
He says that. I was like, I
okay.
can't believe I did
Sure.
I hope you get stabbed on the strip.
this. Just go eat some more glizzies.
Amelia,
Yeah,
Amelia
it
just
takes
said
more
she
hot
hopes you
dogs
shit
in.
your pants, Troy.
What?
Amelia just said she hopes you shit your pants.
Oh, Amelia's there. I like her.
Yeah, she's nice.
Yeah.
Did y'all play the songs before I leave?
No.
I kind of forgot about it until you just said it just now. I haven't played the songs. But I think we should keep it for next week because we have only 1 minute. So I think next week.
So, guys, something very special is happening next week.
It's very, very special. So you have to tune in next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
I don't even know
Bye,
how to leave anymore.
boss.
Just kick me out. I'm done. This is
Okay,
bullshit.
bye, boss.
Yep. Bye. Be gone. Oh, now poor Dale's split in half.
No, hold on. I got it. You got to give me a second. There we go.
Patrick, he's the worst.
Clearly up to no good.
Oh my gosh. I don't have the ability. I'm running, for anyone who doesn't know, I'm running the show tonight and I don't have the ability to do Chat GPT. So
What if
No
you just
story
tell
time
us a
tonight.
story? Just make one up. Tell us a story like right off
you
the
tell
right
the
off the cuff.
story. I want you to
Nope.
tell the story.
Nope.
Well, Patrick was walking down the strip in Vegas eating a hot dog, as he somehow always manages to find, and was stabbed by a homeless man.
Ooh,
And
it's
Troy
called the
questioned,
Street Wizard.
Troy took over, stabbed by a street wizard, and then Troy ended up getting his collection. So I just
And
beat
then I made it
ChatGPT.
more profitable because Chimera is a piece of shit without me.
But he kept Molly on salary, so that's
Yes.
good for Troy.
For favors. We're gonna throw the HR policy shit right out the window. Molly, our baby would be so cute. It might look like Chaise, and Chaise is a good-looking guy.
This is
Why would it look like Chaise?
I don't know. You carry Chase's genes.
I'm just glad. See, I'm glad Tracy's happy we did the street wizard again. We brought it back.
Yeah.
Dale,
That stuck around. But Dale,
Yeah.
man, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. It's
Dale,
been fun
apologize
chatting with you.
as normal. I'm sorry that we brought you on this show.
I agreed to it. So
True. It was. I don't
true.
feel like you did. I feel like we walked up to your booth and we were like, "Hey, May 9th," and you were like, and we're like, "Okay, cool." And we kind of walked away.
yeah, it was something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Troy, be honest.
hey,
You told him he couldn't get tables unless he did the
Yeah.
show, right? That's what it was.
What's your next show, Dale? Where people are going to see you next?
Jacksonville. What's today? Not this weekend, but the next weekend. So
All right.
Sweet,
Yeah.
guys. So
Nice.
if you're down here, go see Dale at Jacksonville.
yeah. And, Dale, where can people find you? Where can they reach out to you?
Instagram and Facebook, mostly Instagram though, and Morph Market.
Nice.
So
Yep,
That's
check his
right.
animals out, guys. They're amazing. Seriously, they're so cool.
need to
Alright.
update Morph Market a lot. So,
We all do.
Yeah.
Mm.
but
All right, guys. Anything else, Troy? Last minute? Any last words?
I hope everybody has an absolutely wonderful night and a beautiful weekend and a beautiful. Oh, wait, we do have something we need to do. We have to sing you happy birthday.
Me?
Yeah, Chase and I talked earlier, right? And he was going to lead us in singing happy birthday.
Well, I'm
to
not
you.
leading, but
Oh, you're
sure.
leading.
Fine.
Mhm.
Molly, happy birthday to
Lisa, come
you.
sing.
I hate Troy so much. You know what? It's not Molly's birthday anymore. It's off.
Troy, look what you did.
Lisa, you screwed it up.
It somehow ends up Lisa's gets beat. I don't know why.
Okay, everyone, thank you so much.
Guys,
Happy
we
birthday,
appreciate it.
Molly. I hope you have a
birthday.
very beautiful birthday. I am a May birthday as well. I think the best people are born in May, and we're probably meant to be together, but happy birthday.
Thank you so much. All right, everyone. It's been fun. We got to go. Bye.
Bye.
See everybody.